Hey everybody and welcome to the vlog. I've been playing with the idea of vlogging for a little while now and it's finally time to get started with that. So why am I going to vlog? Well, I actually started as a vlogger. This channel actually is the result of everything I learned from vlogging, which I did on a different channel, a personal channel, a Dutch channel. I don't know if the channel still exists. I didn't have a lot of views or whatever, but that wasn't the point of that. The point of that was learning how to make videos. And from there, I started the YT Studio YouTube channel. And what I always wanted to do with the channel is two things. One is product reviews and being as honest as possible. And the second thing, basically, celebrating music, celebrating studio life, showing the passion for music and also showing how cool it is that basically we're living in a time where everybody can make music, and by showing the passion and by showing what I'm doing, I hope that I can also help people. It's difficult, and the reason why it's difficult is because I normally make videos around a certain subject, and having a product as a subject or a product as the red line through a story is pretty easy. However, coming up with a good subject to make a video about kind of doesn't work for me, and I'm going to try this by doing this within a vlog. So what I'm going to share in this weekly vlog is my life in and around the studio. This can also sometimes be at my home or something, whenever I have a thought to share. So let's get started with the day. Today's Monday. Monday is an audio day for me, and I'm going to get started with mixing a track. I already heard the track, so I know what I'm going to do, and that's also the reason why I've already booted up the tape machine. So guess what? The tape machine really works on this track. On the kick I have the Transient Designer inserted. On the snare it's on there as well, but I see that I'm not doing anything. On the bass line I'm using the phaser from Radial. This is a very weird piece of equipment, but what this can do is it can adjust the phase of a signal. So not the timing, but the phase. It's a really interesting thing. The overheads, I've got the SSL bus compressor that I built myself. And this thing's on the kick, so just the left side of the WES. These are the subgroups, so we've got kick, again, kick, snare, overheads, bass and hi-hat. Let me see, over here we have the distressor on the bass guitar. I tried the bass guitar on the Level Devil, but the Level Devil is a little bit too slow for this bass guitar. And I've got the SPX 1000 on the snare drum. Here we go. I also have the EMT reverb plate on there, which this is the remote for. And I of course have the tape machine running here, so you can see it here like nothing is happening. Kick, snare, overheads, bass guitar, hi-hat somewhere over there. Those are my reverbs, which are actually only being fed to the tape, but I'm bypassing them over here. So the tape is still getting the signal, but I'm not taking the signal from the tape machine, because then I will have a double delay and stuff, and I don't want that. So I'm actually bypassing the tape here. So my next step for today is going to be the guitars, and that's all for this mix for today. The vocals I'll do on a different day. I really like to move a bit slower on a lot of projects, because I really want to listen to it again the next day or a few days later and judge it with fresh ears. Usually with projects like this, I do the basics like drums, bass guitar, guitars, all that kind of stuff, and then later on come back to that and then move one step further. So in this case that would be the vocals, that kind of stuff. And also because I have more things to do in a day, I really need to do very good time management in order to get everything done at the correct time. That's another reason. So it actually helps each other a little bit, those two reasons. It actually, you know, it's good. I think it's a good thing. And done, I've got all the guitars now. And that's all I want to do for this project. I am going to move on with the next projects, which will involve one new project and a few revision projects, and actually one big revision project where I do have to do a lot of stuff, but I'll get to that in a minute. And the second revision of today is literally lowering the letter T on one timestamp in a vocal. Like this is it, that T and a little bit of this, but I think I'm just going to lower this and see what the reverb is doing, because that's the channel over here. Just quickly received the package. Am I going to open it? Can't do it. I need to do this mastering first. All right, and now the last job for today, which I saved until the last because I don't know if I'm able to finish this, and I wanted to have all the revisions out today, of course. I mastered an album, a whole album. It's 37 minutes of content. And this one was very interesting because there were multiple things going on. First of all, I had a few issues with the mixes, but it was one of those issues where you think like, hey, is this intentional or not? So I was like, hey, let's just assume everything is intentional in this mix and move ahead from here and master it so that I can send my client files and the client can already hear the vibe that I'm going for. It turned out that the things that I heard in the mix, which basically was, you know, some harshness, most of all in the guitars and stuff, which can be really cool in certain styles, and in this style can be really cool. It wasn't intentional, and the client has fixed that. And also, he didn't really like my masters, more or less the vibe that I was going for. The vibe I was going for was actually using quite a lot of compression and quite a lot of grit. And what I think happened as well is that I was very inspired by the THD and transformer features on the Wes Audio, and that made me probably really overdo it a little bit. Alright, so the second song is bouncing now, so I can quickly check out. Hello. I think I already know what's in this box, but and I hope that there's a beautiful box in here from the product, because that means that I can unbox it like on the live stream. Because if it's just this type of box and I'm opening it now, that means that there's not a lot to unbox on a live stream. It's still difficult to do those live streams from a technical perspective, but yeah, it's what I thought it was. It's the Freaktube FT1. I'm going to open this on the live stream. Almost done. So let's move on to tomorrow, of which I've just heard that my plans that I had for tomorrow are cancelled. So let's go to tomorrow. And second day, as I said yesterday, the plan I had for today is completely gone. But what I think I'm going to do today is basically clean up a little bit. And what I mean with cleaning up is finishing edits that are still in the edit, working ahead on some edits, some longer edits. I'm actually working on a super long video, a mixing video, where I'm mixing a full track from beginning till the end, which will not be live when you're watching this vlog. And first video done, rendering right now. So the next step for this video is going to be creating the thumbnail, which is something a little controversial sometimes. And it's also something that I don't really like. It's just how the world works, and I kind of have to comply with it. For the people that don't know what I'm talking about, I mean creating a thumbnail that is like with these weird faces on it. The interesting thing is that people say that YouTubers do it for the algorithm. But I like to argue that that is not really true. I would actually say that people are not doing it for the algorithm, but are doing it for the audience. Because the algorithm is tuned to the audience. So if the audience clicks on a video, that means that the algorithm sees that and then will search for more audience for that. So it every time people say the YouTube algorithm, you should actually hear the word the YouTube audience. And it's kind of weird that the world works in this way, but I see it a little bit as physics. Like a car has round wheels because square wheels don't really drive that comfortable. And a YouTube video does need to have a clickable thumbnail and title, because without it, it will get way less views, because you're giving the audience less reason to click on it. And if you don't give the audience a reason to click on your video, then why make the video at all? That's how I would argue this whole YouTube thumbnail thing. I just want to live in a world where things like these aren't needed, aren't necessary, where we can be more realistic, less sensational. But unfortunately, I've discovered that the world doesn't work that way. Is this already done rendering? Alright, thumbnail done. Actually a video for members only. So I'm basically now done with all the video projects that have to be done for now. There are still some other bigger projects that I will work on in the future, but I am actually leaving the studio now. It's early in the afternoon, it's like 2 o'clock, and I'm basically going to take a little bit of rest and have some fun. This is something that I often forget. So whenever an opportunity rises to you know, not work, I have learned to take it, because I can really work too hard, and by the time that I'm noticing that I've worked too hard, it's already a little bit too late. Anyway, let's move on to tomorrow. I'm still not sure how I'm going to do these transitions. Alright, it's Wednesday and I'm drinking some coffee. Didn't have the best night of sleep last night, and that's basically because it's really hot in the Netherlands. Funny thing is that being tired and not having enough sleep is a bit annoying for me, but it kind of looks funny on camera. So it does work out to give good content. Anyway, before I'm going to shoot content, because that is on the plan for today, I am first going to get to work on... Oh, wait a second. On a lot of stuff actually. I just remembered that there were a few mastering orders that came in. Yeah, I actually thought I would have like a relaxed day, but now I'm looking at the planning. It's actually more work than I anticipated. However, not going to complain about that, because a few years ago I would simply have wished for so much work. So yeah, let's just get started with this stuff. Look! An empty screen. You know what that means? It means that the client work for today is done. And it's a 2:45, it's 14:45, it's 3:15, it's whatever you want to call it. So I still have some time. I mean, I can go home now, but why would I? So I can finally unbox this thing that I've been waiting to unbox basically since Superbooth. I'm so interested in what they're doing with this product. So I'm going to set up this thing for the real videos and film the unboxing. Why don't I just make the unboxings part of the vlog? I don't know yet. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just trying out things. Yeah. Anyway. And that's set up now. I just have to press record, I think, and then I can start shredding this box apart. Or maybe not shredding it apart, because I have to send this thing back. I mean, I always like testing new gear and unboxings, but it creates such a mess. But yeah, of course, I'm busy on creating a video, not keeping things clean. That's always something I need to do afterwards. And yeah, I think, I'm not sure if this video is going to be a good video, the unboxing. It's a bit, yeah, who knows. But yeah, for now it's time to clean up, do some email stuff, boring stuff. I need to publish a video as well. Then it's done for today. Let's move on to tomorrow. And it's Thursday. And normally on Thursday I'm doing most of my video editing, which I'm also going to do today. So you haven't seen a lot of filming this week, and that is basically because I filmed a lot last week. Today I'm going to work on my oversampling video, but actually I still need to export my screen recording, which takes half an hour. And I don't like to sit and wait for half an hour, so I'm going to think what I can do best in the meantime. I think I'll do my email. I don't do a lot of email, but I think I'll do some emailing. And I'm going to take a look at the footage from the FreakTube unboxing. Thoughts can be so deceiving while shooting, because I've just edited the unboxing video. I actually like it. It turned out to be 7 minutes long. It's just a super video, which I think the viewers will like as well. So, completely different feeling than I had yesterday about this video. In the edit, things always turn out to be different than my initial impression after filming. And that's it for today. Do I look green now? But you know, some days are really just, you know, work, getting things done. Most of all, so that I can be proud of myself in the future. So that's, let's see what tomorrow will bring. That is the album project I was working on last Monday. And last night I received the confirmation that the album is done. I only need to copy one fade, which I actually already made, but I just forgot to copy it to the new file. So these are the version 1s, these are the new mixes, these are the new masters. I just need to copy that to there. So I'm going to copy that fade, export the project in different file formats and all that kind of stuff. The client requested everything he wanted. And then I'm going to finish some more projects because it's Friday. I like to finish things on Friday. It's not always possible to finish things. You know, some projects just need more time. But I do have a few projects that can be rendered and sent to clients in either the final form or the first version or whatever. That is basically going to be today. Yeah. Bouncy, bouncy. I'm exporting like a pre-version of the mix that I started on Monday, and I'm going to take this home over the weekend and listen to this a few times, that kind of stuff. I am already running the master bus on it, so that I can also check that work as well. So if I hear something weird in either the mix or the master, I can tackle that immediately. It's a pretty rough rock punk track. And what is interesting is I've experimented with the Wes Audio. It has two different types of saturation. And you would think that adding saturation on a punk track is actually beneficial to it. However, this track was already so saturated and so powerful already that when adding it, it actually sounded more weak. Those things are always counterintuitive sometimes. But yeah, that's something interesting. Apart from that, I'm just doing the normal mastering on it right now. Still thinking of maybe inserting the Expressor or something as well on there. But that's a choice for Monday. So that's it. These are the projects that are still open. So that's the song that I'm mixing is still open. The new song that I'm mastering is still open. What I'm going to do right now is make a plan for next week. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching this first vlog. I would love to hear what all of you think. I would love to receive some feedback on this because I don't know what I'm doing. So yeah, leave a comment down below and thanks a lot for watching.